Hi and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be giving my personal review on the Morphe Stunning Vibes palette. So I've used this palette previously 3 times on clients, one of them being my boyfriend, and I haven't used it on myself yet, and I feel like in order for me to know if your product is truly worth it is if I would use it on myself again, and also how it performs on my eye, especially because it's so up close and personal. I feel like a review is necessary for this palette even though I have used it before. So I bought this palette online from a online authentic retailer in Durban, or South Africa actually, not Durban, she's based in Cape Town. But this is what the palette looks like. This is the Stunning Vibes palette. I believe it's the 35V. It really does live up to its name. It is an absolutely stunning palette, and I was very drawn to the blues in this palette, as well as the pops of the purples and the green and these lovely like neutral shades as well. So today I want to be dipping into some of these stunning warm tones with just a pop of like this kind of blue. So when I swatched this, it kind of shifted, so it was like a kind of like a, I forgot the terminology, but it has like a shift, so it's like it appears to be one color and then you swatch it and then it has like different undertones. So that is what that color looks like. I believe there is 2 others that do the same. If you're interested in all the swatches, you can find them on my Instagram. So that is the shade Ride or Die. It comes in with a little leaflet with all the names. So for today's look, like I said in the beginning, I really wanted to focus on using some warm tones with a pop of that duochrome. That's the word. Duochrome blue brown. I think it would look absolutely stunning. I got a little bit of inspiration from this one Instagram account I follow. It is the artist B.Helligate on Instagram. She's absolutely so talented. I definitely recommend that you follow her. Her looks are absolutely insane. Okay, so I already have my eyebrows on and my concealer. I'm going to go straight in with the eyeshadow. And I'm just going to be taking my Real Techniques Ultimate Crease Brush, and I'm going to be dipping into this warm toned brown. I really did wish this had a mirror, but I know it's not for like personal use per se. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab a mirror and then we can start. I will say that I did a client with that wanted a royal blue smoky eye, and I was a bit disappointed with the color payoff of the royal blue shades. They just ended up looking grey on the eyelid, so I definitely want to play around with that again just to see what I did wrong. But so far this is blending lovely. Look, I've never had an issue with Morphe eyeshadows except for when I tested out the Jaclyn Hill Dark Magic palette. I will link that on a card if you guys are interested. That is the only palette I've ever been moderately disappointed from Morphe. Other than that, I have 2 including the Jaclyn, 2 other palettes of them. My very first Morphe palette was the Copper Spice palette, and I still absolutely love that palette for all of those warm and cool tone smoky eye looks. Kick back on the pan, which is okay. I don't expect eyeshadows to not to, but I don't know why people get upset when there's fallout or kick back on the pan from dipping in your brush in it repeatedly. It's a powder product, that's what it's supposed to do. You're supposed to get pigment on your brush. I don't know how else people expect it to happen, but yeah, apparently that's an issue. I don't mind it because you just pick it up, you just pick it back up with the brush anyway. So I think it would be a different story if you like put in your brush and then it just crumbled to the pan. Then it'd be like, that's not good. Okay, that color blended beautifully. Then I want to dip into this more of a orangey shade next to it. This one over here. With that same crease brush. And then just placing that just a tiny bit below where we put that crease shade. Okay, so those colors are blending really nicely on top of each other. I think they're layering quite nice, and the pigment is not bad either. Also just dragging it out as well, just to make it really nice and smoky. So yeah, those colors are blending out really nicely. I do want to take a packing brush. This is the BH Cosmetics 103 brush. Did a review on the 7-piece eye set, so if you haven't seen that, it is on my channel. Then I just want to take this reddish kind of color, and then I'm just going to place that right in my crease and then pack it on the inner corner and the outer corner. Then taking that same blending brush that we used and just blending those shades together. As you can see, I'm just focusing this color right in that crease area there. I don't want to bring it up too high. I just want to keep that reddish toned like on the actual eyelid. So that is how that red is looking, and it is blending out really well as well. Okay, then I do want to put down a shimmer shade. I don't actually know, because there's two that have a duochrome effect. This one, it's not as nice as the other one. This is the more, it looks like a gunmetal purple, but it looks definitely more grey to me than a shift of purple. I did notice that in the swatches. So we're going to go ahead with that first color that I did swatch, Ride or Die. And then I'm just going to spray my brush with some Fix Plus just to help the product bind to my eyelid, also make the product more pigmented. I'm just going to create it on the back of my hand because I didn't put a pin punch. This is a very dry formula. It's not as smooth as some of my other shimmer shades. I don't want to say sticky, but yeah, it's just it's like thick and dry. It is an absolutely stunning color though. I love that it shifts. So this color is like, it's almost like reptilian looking, and I'm low-key living for it. I'm just going to grab a darker brown color. I'm going to grab this one right next to the other color that we used over here, and I'm going to be putting that on the outer corner of my eye. I'm focusing it just in this area over here. Okay, so maybe I need to use a black, because that brown was more of like a light brown with a very red undertone than I had expected. So just going to take that black in the palette and then just focus that on the crease area and on the lid. So that black blended out really well. I'm always like so scared of black because it's such a dark color. It's like once you put it, it's like it's done. Can't get it off. And I'm actually presently surprised. Then I just want to not line, but I want to smoke out the lash line into the black. So I'm just going to take a liner brush and dip into that black, and I'm just going to just gently press as close to the lash line as I can get. The shimmer shade does fall out a bit, so just be careful if you're doing your foundation first. Okay, so those are looking like really, really edgy. I'm like so living for this eye look. I want to go ahead and just like put my foundation on, and then we can come back and add mascara, do the bottom lash line, and then just do the rest of the face. I just feel like foundation is so time consuming, and you've seen me do it 1,000 million times, so I'll be right back. Okay, so I've just applied some concealer and powder on my face, and I'm just going to bronze up my face using my Get the Pretty Started palette. I'm going to be using the blush and the bronzer from this. I'm not quite entirely sure if I want to put lashes on yet. I don't know, I just feel like this look is like dramatic enough in the sense where you don't need to. I just feel like it's too edgy for lashes. I've already put mascara on, by the way. So let's finish off the eyes. I'm really loving the matching shimmer on the bottom of the lash line. But first I do want to put black liner on the bottom of my lashes. I just feel like it will add to the smokiness of the look, as well as like the edginess of it. I just feel like the black will just complete it. Then I'm going to take that same Durachrome bluey shade that we used and then pop that on, like where I would usually put eyeshadow to smoke out the eye. I want to add the shimmer. I'm hoping it doesn't fall out. But I can just sweep that away. Okay, then for the inner corner highlighter, I do want to put something like very, very poppy. So I might put, I'm going to be using my Glow Up palette from Ofra, shade from Beverly Hills palette. And I'm just going to pop that on the inner corner. Just to like diffuse that intensity to the inner corner, so it's like an evenly distributed amount of color and intensity. Also, I don't think I want to put on lashes just because this look is like so edgy. I'm just going to pop that same color on the brow bone. And I'm going to put quite a bit on again to soften the intensity of eyeshadow. Then I just want to brush up my eyebrow hairs quick, just using a brow gel. Alrighty, then let's just add some concealer on the bottom lashes. In my last look I did on my channel, I forgot to put bottom mascara on. Can't believe it. And then for the highlighter, I do want to match that look that we're going, the white. So I'm just going to try and keep my fan brush in like that white highlighter area. Okay, I have no idea what lip color I want to do. All I know is that I do want it to be matte and I do want it to be nude, because I want all the focus to be on this like incredible shimmer. So I think I'm going to go for a matte MAC Act Natural, which is this very neutral skin tone kind of lipstick. Oh, I think that goes so well. Okay, so here we have the finished look. Let's just chat about the shadows. So the matte shadows that I used today are really, really nice. I just ran into an issue towards the end while I was doing like the finishing touches of the eyeshadow, that the blue eyeshadow doesn't really blend well with any of the eyeshadows. So I don't know if my camera will pick it up, but where the blue, like when you try and blend the blue in with the other colors, it just takes it away. So you're left with like a bit of patchiness. It's not bad, but I can guarantee you when I take the photos for my thumbnail or for my Instagram, you're probably going to see a little bit of blotchiness. So I'm not overly stoked about that. Also the black shade, I also struggled to blend. I don't know, it just looks patchy, like when you look at it you're like, okay, maybe, and then you look closer and you're like, ooh, it doesn't blend well with the blue. Like before I blended in with the blue, it was fine, and then while I was blending in with the blue, I was just like, ooh. So I don't think that blue shade is good, but the other shades, like the matte shades and everything, blend beautifully. Like you can see, like the blend here is really, really nice. I just ran into some issues when we added on the blue shade, but I am, as like a total, really, really stoked with this look. I do think that you can create such vibrant, edgy, feminine, edgy, masculine, I don't know, I don't even know how I would even describe it. Like, yes, so I don't think it's a bad palette, but I don't necessarily think it's an amazing palette. For me, an amazing palette, all the eyeshadows have to work together in order for it to be amazing. I do feel like if you don't use that one shade it could be an amazing palette. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys want to see any other eyeshadow reviews, please don't hesitate to let me know in the comments below. You can also DM me on Instagram, and I will try and my hardest to get my hands on those kind of palettes and looks for you guys to do. So I hope you guys are having an amazing day so far, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!